Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. We are Team25, and we will talk about the Eco Oil case. First of all, we should have the context of Eco Oil being the first player on the market to provide a renewable fuel that works in cars with no restrictions. And that is a huge advantage. So we are going to present you our proposal strategy to go from a local operations with annual revenues of $89.5 thousand to a multinational with revenues of $1 million, and then a global with revenues of $6.8 billion in a considerable short time. So through the internationalization, we have to consider the ownership advantages that already Eco Oil has, like the scientific knowledge, the R&D department, the processes of containerizing that makes the product easy to integrate and transport, and of course, the brand name. We should keep the brand name to be global recognized. Then we have to look for the regions with location advantages, like being close to biomass producers and places with exportation ports and willing to mass consumptions, and looking for a government with incentive programs to renewal of fuel consumption. And if we are going to partner, we should look for capital, local compliance, gaining trade networks, and of course, relations with large distributors. For going from exporting to a global, we have to take considerations like testing the product through initial exportations, looking initial expansions in similar markets to learn from locals, and then going multinational with corporate governance. And finally, go global, where we should have global synergies to have economies of scale and leadership.
Through an analysis based on the statistical review of world energy done by BP in 2021, we suggest Europe as a potential market for expansion. We found that for 10 consecutive years, Europe has been consuming more biofuel than what is being produced in the region, making this an attractive market. Specifically, we recommend Germany, France, Poland, and UK due to their high quantity of available biomass for ethanol production and the big consumption that those markets represent in the region.
In the beginning, there is a team who operates as employees and shareholders. The team works together with collaborative dynamics, shared motivation, smooth and effective decision-making in the first phase of the company. The first phase of internationalization is building the company to be able to take on FDI internationalization strategy with intensive use of strategic partnership with distributors. We will be operating with foreign direct investment strategy because we want to possess the ownership advantages of producing units. We will continue by presenting the second phase divisional organization model.
With the expansion to international markets, the organizational structure will be changing to a functional divisional structure. Each division has its own responsibilities as well as common responsibilities such as production and distribution. Production and storage will be done domestically in each country, and the product will be distributed using local distributors and agents to retail stores, while local branding and networking will be done by the respective regional division. This will be our division of business, which will allow us to allocate resources in the best possible way. And we also developed a concept model to describe the pillars of our strategy. The market niche we want to focus on is fuel for heavy transport, air traffic, and maritime transport. With our clients, we want to build personal relationships, providing tailor-made solutions to their needs. This means that we are sacrificing scalability, but at the same time, we are trying to gain clients' loyalty and deliver the highest value. We will reach these businesses through professional distributors and agents who will help us to build a client network in each location. As for the core strategy, our mission is to provide sustainable alternatives to traditional fuel for a fast-growing market. For example, the European road freight transport market is registering a CAGR of 6.5%. And our peculiar advantages, such as working with mobile units and no need for vehicle adaptation, are the basis for differentiation. As for strategic resources, we possess competencies, assets, and processes that will help us to navigate the market. And finally, our value network is composed of suppliers, partners, customers, and our ecosystem who will support us in our internationalization process.
To begin with, the eco-oil already has technology and is able to produce biodiesel, biogasoline, and biojet fuel. With this, eco-oil already has 3 categories of eco-fuels ready to be manufactured and ready to enter the markets in Europe. With continuous growth and producing more manufacturing units, eco-oil can penetrate the market in Europe together with its partners and nurture sustainable international growth within time frame of 1 to 3 years. In the first phase of internationalization, eco-oil concentrates on developing a sustainable partner network in Europe to distribute continuously growing production and developing organizational structure from a startup phase towards division model. In the second phase, from 5 to 7 years, when the European market is in the good position and the market penetration is successful and the market shares are on sustainable level, there must be new market research for future markets and entering new markets with updated internationalization strategy. Next, we will present financials to support the planned internationalization timeline.
So to support our plan of expansion in Europe, we develop a free cash flow valuation, and our objective is to capture the 10% of the market from the proposed countries, with an initial capex investment of 35 million euros and 7 million euros every year to support the growing demand of 20%. Our projections establish a period no longer than 2 years to recover the initial investment, which will prepare the company for further expansions in other regions. Thank you.